Okay.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Taz. Look, so I'm a fan. My brother is my sister, but this is like I just told you, it's like 5 years in the making. Um, if I had to think of one word to describe this young lady, if you followed me on Facebook over the years, I tell you she's a atmosphere shifter. She's anointed. She's great. In the lane that she works in. Ladies and gentlemen, my sister Taushey, how are you doing?
I'm blessed. Thank you so much for having me.
Definitely. Thank you for taking out time out of your schedule because you're doing a lot these days. We were talking briefly before we started, and I was asking you, how does it feel to be here where you are in your career now, or in your ministry, shall I say?
It feels basically overwhelming in a good way. Like I had to go through the process. I had to go through the losing everything
Yeah.
and going through all the shaking and all the breaking for this point. And it's overwhelming in a great way. I don't even know how to express
Right.
that I'm finally here.
The process that it took you to get here, I know a lot of times we go through things, and during that process, we don't see this side of it.
Yeah.
What made you continue to want to go through whatever the process was, from, if I may say, the fire and everything? What made you want to continue to go through and not stop, even though it looked like, God, I've lost everything?
Well, the thing is, I was already seeking God, like, when me losing everything, like, it was crazy how God even restored me, because during the time of me losing the fire before then, I was asking God to do a new thing. I was asking for more of Him.
Right.
And so God allowed the fire to be the basically what made me draw closer to God. And that's what really helped me. The fire was because it was a natural thing and a spiritual thing, because God, just like how the fire, when the ambulance and all that was cleaning out
Yes.
my house, that's what God was doing with me
Yeah.
during the process. And so, if you're spiritual, you'll understand it. And God restored me that night.
Right.
Financially, everything, because God was already doing the work, because I was just seeking God and asking God about all these cycles that I was going through. I go through a high and then back down to a
Yes.
low, and then go back to a high, and then I lose something again. And I was just getting tired of going through these cycles. And so it's something that's in me that's not, I just can't give up.
Yeah.
Like, even when I want to give up, somebody's still calling on me to go do something,
Yeah.
and still calling me to pray. And I believe when we're broken, this when the oil can flow.
Yeah. I recently witnessed that you have been doing some ministry of music with the one and only Mr. John P. Key. Tell me about the experience.
Wow, that was crazy, because I had been trying to be a part, because the lady who put the program together, I've been knowing her for a long time ago. She used to book for me and my sisters back in the day, and
Okay.
but she had already had the people that was supposed to sing there. And then one day she called me and she asked me, "Hey, would you be available to be open up for John P. Key?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Will I?
Yes,
Yeah.
And so, but it was crazy how me being the ram in the bush, I'm barely been in Waco for like a couple of months, and they over here got talking about me on the news, talking about Waco's on Taushey Sias
Right.
in the newspaper and on television, and I'm like, I'm supposed to be the ram in the bush.
Yeah.
The last person on there, and then that was amazing that we got a chance to sing with John P. Key. I made it over, which he recently just released his single out.
Right.
And so, and then I connected with one of the girls who sing with John P. Key. Her name is Kim Cruz. She live in Houston.
Okay.
Now me and her connected. I didn't know she knew me before.
But what I like about you is, even though you are as anointed as you are, you're still approachable. So I think you run into people and you don't remember running into them, or you don't know the effect that you have, whether it's directly or
that's what it
indirectly.
is.
Because I know, for me, one of the most memorable things about you, like you're doing now, is your smile. Like, you have that smile. People, have you had the experience where someone has approached you just to tell you who you are and what you are doing? Whether it's just your presence being around them, or your music like does something to them?
Wow, recently I did, because I'm telling you, sometimes I don't know that I'm an impact. I try to encourage. I know I'm an encourager, and I try to encourage people because I really don't have that much support.
Okay.
And so I try to love on people and support people. But actually, yesterday on the way to sound check for the live recording I just did, I ran into a girl that recently just started out, and she's amazing, amazing artist. I didn't know she had been looking up to me all this time.
Wow.
And it really touched me. And I had somebody recently share with me that my music, Always There and You Never Left Me, that it really does something to them and that they listen to it every day.
Yeah.
And I was writing, those songs came from, it was basically just conversations that I had with me and God. It was therapy for me. So it's just an honor to know that my therapy is helping somebody else get through. That right there is, it's an honor to know that she wants to even do this. Because I told them in the beginning, I don't want to be no parent that I make y'all live my dreams out. And the thing is, the reason why I push so hard because I want to be an example for them and I want to build a legacy for them and invest in them so they won't have to fight so hard. But this is what they want to do.
Yeah.
Look, Anthony was studying music all day this morning. I'm telling you. But to see them not only singing but prophesying. I have witnessed my daughter laying hands on people and prophesying and, and just ministering, and they want to go to church. They studying Bibles without me telling them, and so it's just an honor. Now, sometimes, I'm going to be honest, it be hard, y'all. Sometimes I talk to my kids crazy. Look, I'm trying to do better. My sister was just telling me we got to do better because you don't want people, to talk about you or, you to lose witnesses. So I'm working on a balance with that. Sometimes it be hard.
Yeah.
But to see that they are watching me.
Yes.
And I've even heard a lot of people, because I used to hear a lot of bad things about me being a bad mom, and I'm starting to hear you doing the right thing, you doing a good job, Mom, and it's a blessing because I have grown as far as raising my kids and knowing that I'm putting them in the right direction. It's an honor.
I remember, I don't know which one of your kids it was, but we were somewhere, and he came up to me and was like, "You the boy that played the keyboard."
This D'Anthony. It gotta be D'Anthony.
It's amazing because it was like it had been years since I seen them, don't forget nothing.
Especially musically, he playing the keyboard now.
Oh wow!
I'm talking about. He don't want to listen to none of my theology because I'm in school. This dude can get on the keyboard and just start playing.
Wow! And how old is he now?
He's 11 now.
Oh wow!
But he's always been musically inclined since he was a baby before he came.
That's the one that plays the drums too, right? Yeah, I remember him because we were in the service and nobody was on the drums. And after church, he ran up to the drums. I started to hit him with the drumstick. Had me struggling the whole service. Okay, let's talk about this. I recently saw a photo shoot that you done with the one and only Miss Sparkle Lanton. How did you connect with that makeup goddess, hair goddess, like everything?
Let me tell you how God did this, because a situation happened right before then. I was supposed to be working with somebody, and it didn't fall through. And I was like, I cried about it and everything. And God was like, okay, what you gonna do?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, and get up. And so I prayed. The next day, I started going through some things, going through Facebook, and Sparkle popped up. I was like, why I ain't reached out to her? And so I reached out to her. She said, it's crazy you called me. She said, I was just looking at a photo of you today and said, I would love to work with her. I'm telling you, Keandra did that. Kiki, the one that used to sing with Candy West, she did makeup. But let me get back to it. This is what tripped me out. I already knew I was in good hands when I was talking, and she just got that angelic voice. She just so sweet.
Oh my
I love her so much. Okay, so
we're not gonna talk about Diamond. We're gonna leave.
Oh my God,
we ain't gonna talk about Diamond. That boy.
And that boy right there, and her daughter is the one who did my hair.
I love that stuff.
And I've been having this in for but I'm also an ambassador for Monet Artistry Hair.
Okay.
And this is a 22-inch. Shout out to you, Tanisha. Me and her went to Prairie together.
Shout out.
Okay, so with Sparkle, I didn't even tell her what my vision was. She came back and she was like, I see you doing this. This was a vision that I had years ago that never got manifested.
Wow.
But God, I had to remove people out the way so that God could put my vision in the right hands because it had to be somebody who was already in tune with God first, and that can carry my anointing and not just try to use me and manipulate me,
Right.
but really have a heart for me and really do me right.
Right.
And when I tell you,
oh my goodness.
but the other thing I realized, you got to really invest.
Yeah.
Because everything that's free ain't right. Don't mean you got to take it. Don't mean you got to accept it. But this is a photo shoot that we'll never forget.
That photo shoot, to me, goes down in history. I watched the video clips. I was like, at first when I was looking, I was like, okay, I know this Taushey. This lady looked familiar, and then I said, all right, yeah, she's taken care of. Cause Sparkle, I have never seen Sparkle at a time where she was not at 100. I have never seen her daughter at a time where she was not at 100. So, congratulations on that photo shoot, Sparkle. Shout out to you.
Love you so
I need
much.
everybody who is anybody to find Sparkle Lanton on social media.
The beauty strategist, go to her. I'm telling you, she will make you. I'm telling you,
she will hook you up. How did you connect with Madam Cherie?
Okay.
I love
her.
Cherie.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
So this was years ago. I'm telling you, God is bringing stuff 360 around. You know how you do that?
Yeah.
Okay, so I know her from Grace Temple and, well, the 7-Day Adventist because I used to sing with J. Wright and Promise. And so every time I would see her, I was like, baby, you be working them clothes. I loved her.
Yes.
I was supposed to work with her a long time ago. And so we still been connected on Instagram. And I reached out to her because I'm trying to bring out that jazzy, modern, vintage look back because, you know, I'm jazzy gospel.
Yeah.
And so I'm just trying to be unique and something different. And I wanted to do something because my song that I did for the live recording yesterday, it was jazzy in the beginning. And then I went to the, you know, gospel. I had to drive it.
Yeah.
And so I was like, you know what? I want me and my band to bring the jazz back. And so I reached out to her and she was like, meet me. And she had like 5 different outfits. This is one of the outfits that she had. And yeah, she did that. I recorded Always There, and that was the first song I ever recorded. And
I'm so shocked and surprised because you supposed to have been recorded forever ago. But go ahead.
Okay, so I've did a lot of recordings, but it was never for myself.
Yeah.
And so shout out to Ron Grace, KRGN radio station in Killeen, Texas. They one of the top radio stations. Well, they are in KHVN is one of the top radio stations. Actually, they up for a Stella this year as well. And so they are putting a compilation CD together. And so he reached out to me during the time I was getting ready for John P. King.
Okay.
And so we basically gained a relationship first before he even brought this up.
Yeah.
And so he was really God sent because you know what happened to me in Killeen.
Yes. Yes.
And so God really used him to basically restore, to use him as a person to build me up and restore me back, especially in that place.
Yeah.
And I actually passed the church that I was hurt, and I was happy to see it.
Wow. That's big. That's
big.
That's real big. Wow.
And so, yesterday was amazing. You had Robert Hall, you had Shay Stirrup. I mean, it was a lot of people. Jokia. I mean, me and her go back because during that time, that's who I was going with, seeking help and stuff.
Okay.
Spiritually, because I couldn't trust nobody.
This is true.
And I thank God for her because she kept my business to herself. She kept it confidential when people got mad at her about it.
I remember one call we had. I was sitting at the gas station. And we talked on Facebook, and even through that process, all you had to say was, "But I know God has something to do with this."
Yeah.
And even now, like for me or for individuals that are going through something, to know that regardless of how bad it is, because it was there for you, you still had faith to know that something's going to happen because God had his hand. And now to see where you are now with everything, every door that God has opened, I definitely want to congratulate you because not many people would have been able to stand.
It took prayer. It took me being on my knees, and it took family. I thank God for my family for being there because I really needed them at that time. And Don't even make me start crying. Just to see what God is doing. Like, even with me getting a scholarship at school, like, it was like God just started to allow everything that I had desired for years
Yeah.
to start manifesting. But I had to get away from the people that was hindering me, that was hovering over me.
That's a
because
powerful
I would have
statement.
never been able to receive the blessings
Yeah.
of God, because I probably would have tried to share it with everybody else.
I tell people all the time, maybe it's not that God don't want to bless you, it's maybe the fact that he don't want to bless you because of the company that you keep.
And sometimes you have to break away and do what God asking you, even if it caused your name to be torn down, talked about,
Yeah.
because you're not doing something they want you to do out of manipulation. But I'm telling you, God had to separate me so I can really hear him, and so he can move me, because I have to understand the ministry that I have is not just for the church, for the four walls of the church.
Yes.
I have a kingdom ministry.
Yes.
So I have to be under a leadership who understand that.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I cannot, because I always tried to please pastors and please ministries and stuff like that, and then I don't fully grow. And the thing is, they can cause me to be in trouble with the Lord.
This is true. Trying to be loyal to people.
Trying to be loyal to folk, don't want to hurt people.
Yeah.
And then I have to understand I can't mix my assignment with personal relationships.
This is true. Because that will mess you up all day long, because you know what the assignment is, but then I tell people either your future or their feelings. And whenever you think about that,
yes,
you will really, really make a decision real fast.
Not only that though, look, I have to understand I got 4 kids.
This is true.
So everything that is a fall for me, it affects them.
Yeah.
And where they gonna be at when I lose everything? Nowhere.
Yeah.
So, but God has allowed 2 things. I had to learn my lesson, because God shows me when if we don't do what he tells us to do, he gonna keep bringing lessons towards us. So I'm like, now look, I gotta do what I gotta do. Look, I ain't supposed to lose nothing else now, because I didn't listen the first time.
Now you say you have 4 kids?
4, 2 boys, 2 girls.
I'm not gonna make her stand up because she don't look like she knows she's 4 kids with a figure. I'm just saying, yeah, that part. She's beautiful. I promise she is. She she really is. I know you have to go. By the way, everybody,
I'm enjoying myself. Look,
I feel like I'm just talking because I haven't talked to her in a while, except for on Facebook.
But I'm just amazed about all the research you got. Like, this is making me.
Girl, look,
I feel like I'm somebody or something.
Feel like
all this information.
Stalker. I stalk every time I see your flyer on something. I'm stalking. I might not be able to make it, but I stalk everything that you do, because I know how long it took you to get here. So I have to celebrate with you.
But I never stopped.
Never.
Even when I was in the shelter.
Yeah.
You remember?
Yeah. Never stop. And the thing is, even whenever you're going through, if you didn't tell somebody you were going through,
you never know.
You would never know.
But I'm so honest. Like, I hate people that be trying to act like they, God
I just made it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I like being transparent, because we have so many people that's behind the scenes, that's public figures, that makes it feel like it's hard for people to reach, that we're reaching to. I want people to know, look, the same thing they doing, you can do too.
Yeah.
Either it's the connection you need to build, and they don't even understand. Some of them people be paying for stuff.
This is true. This is very
so
true.
I need y'all to wake up, y'all.
Please.
Y'all can do the same thing. I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
And me and David Ford, we actually supposed to be doing a workshop, an artist development workshop, because I really want to let people know, because it took me a long time to get help from folk. And then when they start seeing other people, like when I went to Detroit with Karen Clark and them, now people want to own me and stuff and say it, and now they want to work with me.
Yeah.
But I want to be basically like the watchkeeper or something. Like, I want to help people and let them know how to get there.
Well, I definitely believe that there's absolutely nothing that God is not going to do in your future because of what he's done so far from where you come from. How can the viewers and the listeners, because this is, of course, we're on the intro, but this is also going to be broadcast on Spotlight Radio. How can our listeners and viewers find out more information about you?
You can go to my website at www.TausheySiasmusic.com, which is spelled TAUSHEYSIAS
That's a long beat.
Come, I have to spell that because you know my name is difficult.
Girl, look, I'm not gonna lie. It took me a long time to learn how to say your name. I used to be like, "At, what's up?"
And you know I like when people do that. Look.
Made me feel like I know you. Anything else that you would like to share? I mean, I know you. She has a busy schedule. She took out time for the little people, so I'm not gonna hold you too long. You have anything else that you would like to share with the audience?
I love you, and I'm proud of you.
More. And I want you back here at L Lounge whenever we have the show for the live audience, so that the live audience can experience this. Because I gotta get you on the mic to sing.
I would love that, and I would love to share my original music. I can't wait for y'all to hear the new stuff.
Congratulations on the schooling and all the ambassadoring and being one of them strong mothers. My mom was a mother of 4. I see you killing it, and
I'm trying.
I know it's not easy because I know I was horrible as a kid. I'm horrible at 37, but congratulations on everything that you're doing, and I look forward to hearing and seeing and experiencing much more from you in the future.
Thank you so much for having me on today.